Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Sammy. I'll be teaching you AP and GP today. So I want you to do one thing for me. Kindly subscribe to my channel and like my video so you enjoy wonderful videos like this from my channel and so you won't miss out. So I'll dive into the topic of today, AP and GP. Now under AP and GP, there is something that you have to take note of, which is what? Series and sequence. What is series? Now, series is just a manner of writing what? A progression of what? Numbers. So, for instance, if you write numbers like this, 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Now, instead of differentiating the number with minus, if you differentiate it with plus or instead of differentiating the number with comma, if you differentiate it with plus or minus, we call this kind of calibration of number what? Series. And note, the plus or minus is just a way of what? Differentiating or signifying the number from each other. It does not mean that you have to add the terms together. So these are to write what? Series. While sequence, you what? You differentiate the numbers, series of number with what? With comma. So sequence is like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you see comma, you know it is what? Sequence. And once a word combination of number is differentiated with what? Plus or what? Minus, you know it is what? Series. So take note of this. There's another thing under what? AP. Now I move down to AP. There's something you have to take note under AP. Let's say you have this sequence, which is 2, 4, 6, 8. Now the first number here is called your first term, and it is denoted by what? A. So your first term is what? A. And so what is your first term in this what? Sequence? It will be 2. Then your common difference is how this term increases. Now this term increases by what? 2, which is if you add 2 to this you get the next term. If you add 2 to this you get the third term. So it increases by 2. So that increment is called what? Common difference. So how do we get the common difference? You simply get it by d equals to what? T2 minus T1. This T2 means second term, T1 means first term. So if you minus 4 from the second term minus first term, you get your what? Common difference. D equals to what? 4 minus 2, which is 2. Also, it's also same thing for if you say d equals to T4, which is 4 term minus what? Subsequent what? Third term. So you still get the same value. So d will still be 4 times 8 minus third term is what? 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. So this is how to get common difference under what? AP. Now, let's say for unknown terms. Okay? So you should also know that even though we did not know the values, our first term will be A. So you know subsequent values increase by the what? Common difference. So the second term will be A plus D. Third term will be what? Add D. If you add D to this, you get second term. Add D to this again, you get the third term. A plus 2D. Add D to this now, you get the what? Fourth term. A plus 3D. So take note of this. Now, another formula we use to solve for nth term under AP is what? Tn equals to A plus n minus 1d. This is what the formula we use to solve for nth term of AP. Nth term. Now, if you have such a sum of first term in what? AP, or sum of series in AP, or sequence in AP, it is what? Sn equals to n over 2 open bracket 2a plus open bracket n minus 1d. Are we together? So this is just it. And then, if we have last term, the formula becomes Sn equals to n over 2a plus last term. So please take note of these formulas. It is very, very, very important. Now for GP, The nth term formula for GP is what? Tn equals to A RUN minus 1. This is the nth term formula for GP. Nth term for GP. And then sum of n term of GP is just A open bracket Rn minus 1 close bracket Rn minus 1. So this formula holds when Ru is greater than 1. So Ru is the common ratio. I will show you what common ratio also means. You know A is first term. Now, sum of terms of GP can also be this A 1 minus Rn 1 minus Ru if 1 is greater than R. If 1 is greater than R. So now what does common ratio mean? Common ratio, like for instance, if you have sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now common ratio is just the 2, let me just say we have 2, 4, 2 and 4 are just this thing. Then common ratio is just T2 over T1. That's how to find common ratio. So in GP we use common ratio, and in AP we use what? Common difference. So to get your common ratio in GP, you have to take the division of the second term with the what? Division of the first term. So it will be 4 over 2 equals to what? 2. So the common ratio of this sequence is what? 2. So that allows to look for common ratio. Now another formula to note under GP is Another formula to note under GP is sum to infinity. So sum to infinity formula is A over 1 minus R. The sum to infinity formula is A over 1 minus R. You know your A is your first term, R is common ratio. Now also in GP, for unknown sequence of terms, you know your first term is what? A. So your second term will just be AR. Your third term will be AR squared. Your fourth term will be what? AR cubed. So it goes like that. So now let's solve some questions under AP and GP so you know how to what? Apply this formula whenever you see questions under AP and GP. So now the first question is the first term of an AP is 16 and the last term is 16. Okay, the 16. The sum of the AP is 342. Find the common difference. D. Find the common difference. This is very easy to solve. First, write out all the parameters are given. Now, what are the parameters given? The first term of an AP is 16. That is, A is what? 16. I say first term is denoted by what? A. So A is 16. And the last term is L. L is 16. The sum of AP, so SN, sum of AP is 342. Find the common difference. Now, remember something. There is what? I gave you two formula under AP. I gave you for sum for last term. So, because sum for last term formula is SN equals to N over 2, open bracket, A plus what? N. So, we apply this formula to get the number of terms so that we can get our what? Common difference. So Sn is what? 342. It has been given. Our N we don't know. A is what? 16 plus N is what? 16. Now 16 plus 60 should be what? 16 plus 60 should be we have 342 equals to N over 2. 60 plus 16 is 6 is 76. So therefore, proceed from here. We proceed from here. Proceed from here. Okay. Proceed from here. So we cross multiply, it becomes 2 times 342 equals to n76. So 342 times 2, 342 times 2 becomes 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 3, 6, 684, 684 equals to n open bracket 76. So now, what do we do next? We divide both sides by what? By 76 to get our what? N. We divide both sides by 76. What's our answer? Our answer is 9. So therefore the number of 10 is what? 9. So now, since we have gotten the number of 10, what are we to do next? It is very, very easy. We just need to look for our common difference straight up. Now, I've gotten our n. Now, we can now look for our common difference. The formula for common difference is what? It's Tn equals to what? A plus n minus 1d. Now, Tn, number of terms is now 9 equals to first term is 16 plus 9 minus 1d. So 9 equals to 16 plus 9 minus 1 is 8d. 9 minus 16 should be 9 minus 16 should be 9. Okay, 9 minus 16 equals to 8d, which is minus 7 equals to 8d. So 8 equals to minus 0.875. Okay, now, so we have this question again. The sum of the third term and the seventh term of a sequence equals 6, and their product equals 8. Find the sum of the first 16 term of the sequence. So to find the sum of the first 16 term of the sequence, we need to know our first term and common difference. So that is the first thing we look for. But we'll use this approach since they are giving us that our third term of the sequence equals 6. That is T3 is what? 6. And our seventh term, T7 is what? 8. Now I told you that for unknown term, the third term will be what? It will be A plus 2D. So therefore A plus 2D is what? 6. Then unknown term, seventh term will be what? A plus 6D equals to 8. Recall, I said A, second term will be A plus 2D, third term will be A plus, you add D to this again, become A plus 2D, third term will be A plus 3D, fourth term will now be A, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term will now be A plus 4D, sixth term will now be comma, add D again, A plus 5D to infinity. So that's how it goes to this here. So now we'll solve this first by using elimination method. So A minus A has gone. 2D minus 6D will give us minus 4D. 6 minus 8 will give us what? Minus 2. Minus cancel minus. If I go side by 4, we have our D to be what? 1 over 2. So D has been gotten. Now you substitute D into one of the simplest equations. Now let's put it into equation 1 because it's very simple. So it becomes A plus 2 bracket 1 over 2 equals to 6. 2 cancel 2, and we can have A plus 1 equals to what? 6. A equals to collect like 6 minus 1, A equals to what? 5. So our first term is 5 and our common difference is 1 over 2. We have gotten that. Now we can now find the sum of the first 16 term of the sequence. So since they mention sum, you recall it's very simple. There is a formula for sum of a two. So sum equals to n over 2 open bracket 2a plus n minus 1 close bracket d. So this sum. So we apply this sum as sum of the number of 10 is what? 16. 16 over 2. 2 open bracket a is 5 plus 16 minus 1. Common difference is what? Is 1 over 2 is 0.5. So therefore, you have Sn equals 16 divided by 2 is what? 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So therefore 2 times 5 is what? 10 plus 16 minus 1 is what? 15. 15 divided by 2. That is 15 times 0.5 will give you what? 15 times 0.5 should give us 7.5. Yes. So now add some 7.5 to 10. 7.5 plus 10. It gives you what? 17.5. 17.5. So therefore multiply it with 8. And then the sum is 140, which is our answer. So that's that for that. Now let's move to another question. So move down to the next question, which is the third and so the next question, the third and sixth step. Third and sixth step of a GP are 108 and -32 respectively. Find the sum of the first 7 terms. Now how do I go about this? Very, very simple. Now you are told that the third term T3 of the GP is what? 108, and the sixth term T6 of the GP is what? -32. Find the sum of the what? First term. Now before we find the sum of the first term, I have to know my first term A and the common ratio A and R. So this is, I told you something that for unknown terms in GP, the first term is A, the second term will be AR, and the third term will be AR square, and then AR3, AR4, AR5. So in unknown terms, this is your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth terms. So therefore, our first term is what? Our third term is what? It will not be this first, second, third term is AR square equals to 108. And my sixth term, will be AR5 equals to -32. So now what do I do from here? Okay. Let's just make A the subject of the formula and impute it here. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. From equation 1, we make A the subject of the formula. So it becomes A equals to 108 over R square. So in equation 2, this is equation 3. We put equation 3 into equation 2. Put equation 3 into 2. So put equation 3 into 2, it becomes A, so it becomes 108 over R square times R5 equals to -32. This cancels this, you are left with 3. So it becomes 108 R3 equals to -32. Divide both sides by 108. Then we have R3 is now take minus 32 with 108 to the lowest form. It will be minus 8 over what? 27. Now multiply both sides by the inverse of the power, so it will cancel each other. Times 1 over 3, multiply everything by inverse of power, 1 over 3. So 3 can cancel 3. So now, if 3 cancel 3, we'll be left with R equals to what? Minus 8 over 27, 1 over 3. Now recall, we can write this as minus 2, 3, and then we put it 3 times 1 over 3. Now, 2 raised by 3 is 8. This raised by 3 is 27, so nothing changes. So 3 cancels 3. So we are left with R equals to minus 2 over 3. I've gotten my common ratio. So what am I left to find? I'm left to look for my A. And recall, in equation 3, my A is 1 over 8 R squared. So I will just put my common ratio value in this place for A. So A equals to 108 divided by minus 2 over 3 squared. So you become 108 divided by 4 over 9. So A becomes 128 times 9 over 4. So A is now 108 times 9 divided by 4. So my first term is now 243. So take note, my common ratio R is what? Minus 2 over 3. And my first term is what? 2 over 3. So I've gotten the two valuable terms I'm looking for. So the next thing I'm going to do is now to solve the question I'm asked to solve. Find the sum of the first 7 terms. So I'm now to look for the sum of the first 7 terms, which is also very, very easy to do. And sum of the first 7 terms. So now look at the arrow is not up to 1. So the arrow is less than 1. So therefore we use this GP formula, which is 1 minus Rn over 1 minus R, because the arrow is less than 1. So therefore we substitute our value, sum of 7 terms. Now becomes our A is now 243 1 minus. My arrow is now minus 2 over 3 over close bracket. What is my N? My N is first 7 terms, yes, over close bracket over 1 minus. And I still have minus 2 over 2. Okay, we move. S7 is now 243 open bracket 1 minus. Now let's solve this. 2 minus 2 divided by 3 is what? Minus 0.66. Now this is to the power of what? 7. We still have negative. So I'll have minus 0.0585. Yes. Here, solving this. So I'll be together over. Now minus times minus is plus. So I have 1 plus 2 over 3. Let me change it to fraction. 2 divided by 3. It is 1 plus 0.6666. Okay, now let's further solve. So we have S, we have X. So my X7 now becomes 243 open bracket 1 plus minus times minus is plus 0.0585. So 1 plus 0.0585 becomes 1.0585. Now over 1 plus 0.6666 becomes 1.6666. So therefore, I multiply, put the bracket. So I have 243 times 1.0585. So 243 times 1.0585 becomes 7.2155 over 1.6666 divided by 7 divided by 1.6666. Therefore, my final answer will be sum of 7 tenths is 154.3. So now I move down to the next question. Next question. Moving down to the next question, which is find the sum to infinity of the GP. First term is 9, and the second term is minus 3. Now to look for sum to infinity, you know the formula is this: a over 1 minus r. So therefore your first term is 9 over 1 minus. Now we are looking for our common ratio. Since our first term is 9 and our second term is minus 3, I told the common ratio is just t2 over t1. So what is the t2? Minus 3. 9 is the t1. So minus 3 over 9. Now minus 3, what can go in minus 3 and 9? 3. So 3 minus 3 is minus 1. 3 and 9 is what? 3. So therefore, this my common ratio become minus 1 over 3. So equals to 9. Now minus times minus is plus. 1 plus 1 over 3. So 9 over 1. Now solve this fraction, press it to your calculator. 1 plus 1 over 3 gives us 4 over 3. So therefore, let's solve this. So we get our sum to infinity. It becomes 9 times. If you are changing the division, okay, let me just solve this properly so you get it. Divided by 4 over 3. So it becomes 9 times. You bring this 3 up, bring the 4 down. So 3, 4. So therefore, 9 times 3 is 27 over what? 4. So therefore, our sum to infinity, 27 divided by 4, is now 6.75. Thank you for watching my video. Please kindly subscribe to my channel.